Today, we're stepping back into the 1940s, a time of courage, chaos and history in the making. Today we're watching an action-packed World War II reenactment meeting the incredible people who bring it back to life and getting exclusive access inside a recreated wartime bunker. So grab a drink, get somewhere comfortable, let's dive into history.
Yeah, look out that way. Let's walk to our arcs. Check for prison body, check for prison down. Anybody?
After watching all the action above ground, stepping into the bunker honestly feels like travelling back in time. It's a very humbling experience. I apologise for the really quick movements in this footage, everybody. The group wanted to do a big photo shoot together, so I had to get in and out as quick as possible. I hope you loved that battle just as much as I did. Let's be fair, there is more to World War II than just explosions. Let's go explore the hidden world behind it all and talk to some amazing people that are keeping the memory of all the heroes from World War II alive.
I'm straight. No. It's that person over there.
Hey, where?
Don't know what you're on about.
That person! Him! Is it?
No,
Yeah.
miles away.
But the question now is, what exactly happened when these men dropped behind enemy lines? Let's find out.
You know what the beacon is?
I know some of these words.
What that little radio system there is called the Eureka beacon. So Eureka works with Rebecca. Rebecca is on the lead airplane of the main drop.
Okay.
So each plane would have had Rebecca, but only the lead plane would turn it on.
I see now what it is, right, okay.
So it's a transponder.
It's a transponder, exactly.
They're sending out the code, signal, wavelength, and it's set to a certain wavelength between A, B, C, D, E. So your drop zone's A, B, C, D, E.
Yeah.
So they'll set to a certain frequency and they're looking for Eureka. Eureka will be set to the same frequency for that drop. So you've got all these different drops going on, but your drop is just looking for that signal.
Just for that one particular
And the
beacon.
next drop is looking for the next signal. The next signal. And then that's how they find the landing zones. They wait until half an hour, say they could hear the engines, then they'd light these lights. So during the night, they'd have used lights. During the day, they'd have used panels. These lights would be about 25 yards apart and they'd form a T formation. So your Rebecca would then be coming onto that from that direction.
Okay.
And as the plane got to the first light of the T, that's the direction that the plane needs to be travelling. And at the last light on the T-bar, the first man would be at the door, which means that he'd be landing somewhere there, and the rest
And it's landing over here.
Yeah, so that's,
This I was very unfamiliar with. That's really
so
interesting.
if you imagine, it's like an oscillograph when you look at a. So on Rebecca, they'll have like a and a cylindrograph, and it gives like a longitude and latitude, and you'll see disturbance there,
Okay.
and that's basically telling you, I'm here, you're getting closer, you're getting closer.
So the more disturbance, the closer you get.
And then obviously, if it was sort of like over here, you need to bear to the left. If it's over here, you need to bear to the right. And then, so it's literally coming down, and then you're on.
So it's a little bit like X marks the spot situation.
Yeah. And
It's quite cool.
they were on the ground for about an hour before the main drop. Lilliman said it was the longest 45 minutes of his life, because obviously they were the first guys on. They left earlier than the other guys. No radio contact. So
No knowing who's on the ground. Absolutely, yeah.
The minute they left that tarmac, they could have called it all off, and it's too late.
It's too late. That's it. You got to commit at that point.
They'd have had 15, 16 man teams, 2 Eureka beacons on each team, 7 lights plus a spare on each team, panels on each team, delta lamps to mark glider zones. So the smaller lamps would have been for gliders.
Okay.
And each team would have then been duplicated. So you'd have had 2 teams of Pathfinders on 1 drop zone.
No, well, thank you very much for your time.
So be stripped down in the field. If you're under fire and something goes wrong with it, you want to be able to sort it out. So you need to pull it to bits pretty quick.
When you joined the army, you were issued a weapon. Soldiers were fully responsible for the maintenance of their weapon, making sure it was properly cleaned and maintained, inspecting for wear, damage, making sure that all components were fully functioning at all times. A soldier was sent to a more humid environment. More frequent cleaning of the weapon would be necessary to prevent corrosion. Remember, your weapon is your lifeline.
Everybody would have been trained to use it.
Yeah.
And everybody would have been trained to do it blindfolded as well. Your life depended on this, so you need to know how it worked, how to repair it, and how to use it.
What's the name of this gun?
So this is a Sten gun.
A Sten, that's
So it's
the
a
name.
Mark V, so it's the airborne, pretty much end of
The last
war.
one, weren't it?
Yeah,
What was
for
that?
the paratroopers, basically. And it was, I haven't got my, the Mark II early war Sten was really, really quite ropey made. It was just tubed, welded together, really, really simple.
Very simple.
Yeah, and
But I suppose it had to be, right?
they had to make a lot of them quickly.
Exactly.
Cheap and cheerful.
That's it.
Because at the time they were importing the Thompson from the Americans
Yeah.
on Lend-Lease, and they were costing a lot of money. The quantities were hard to get hold of, different calibers, it's cost and everything. So they
That's
designed
it.
their own, which is a Sten gun, and they could make a lot more for the price of one of those. Mass produce them, can be made in a lot of engineering shops because it's lower end engineering. So
Yeah.
but
Oh,
later
sorry.
on, they came out with the airborne one, which was slightly more refined, had a nice wood butt, a pistol grip, a foregrip. The sight was taken off the rifle and used on the Sten because it was really basic.
Oh.
Sten, same ammunition, same magazine, same operation, just a bit more refined. And if you're going to say right off you go, you're going to put your life on the line. The guys expect good equipment, don't they?
I would rather have a gun where I know it's going to fire at the enemy rather than fire at me. That's amazing.
Well, we Lend-Lease, we were getting loads of stuff from the Americans, but then Americans were slowing down because we had to pay for it. I think we
Well, yeah.
And we were losing a lot.
and we were losing a lot, and it's shipping, and also America, probably on the back burner, was thinking eventually we're going to come into this conflict, and our army's not very big, and we haven't got
Yeah.
any tanks, planes, rifles, and we're sending it all away. Whereas, not that they're going to be invaded, but if they come into conflict, they've got to up their armed
They've got
forces.
to make sure that they're
Yeah,
prepared.
yeah, they've got to
Exactly.
prepare.
Absolutely.
I think the Lend-Lease finished in 1990s, didn't it? We ended up finishing paying America 96, something like that.
But I'm not
People think it
shocked
was all
though.
free.
Oh, of course not.
It's all to be paid for, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's like
exactly.
when they have their shipping. They were giving us not their quality, they were getting rid of the stuff they but we just needed it. We just needed it. Yeah.
Thank you very much for that
That's all
chat.
right.
Honestly,
No
that's
problem.
much
That's all right.
appreciated.
That's all right. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah, and yourself. It's incredible how much history comes alive when you meet the people keeping it alive. I've had a fantastic day, and I have loved the passion and dedication that all of these reenactors have shown. It's an event I will return to, and I hope every single one of you enjoyed just as much as I did.
3 cheers for the Allies. Hip hip. Hooray! Hip hip. Hooray! Hip hip. Hooray! Come and see, boys.
Hey!